Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast Special Edition Series, where I go through each and every 2024 Men's College Basketball Conference Tournament. This is the 5th of 32 shows, and this will be the Big South, as I will go through the bracket and then go over the seedings and do all that we've done in the previous couple episodes. So let's go through the seedings first. Your 1 seed in this tournament is the High Point Panthers, 24-7 overall, 13-3 in conference play. Your 2 seed is the UNC Asheville Bulldogs, 20-11 overall, 12-4 in conference play. Your 3rd seed is the Gardner Webb Running Bulldogs, 16-15 overall, 11-5 in conference play. Your 4th seed is the Winthrop Eagles, 17-14 overall, 8-8 in conference play. Your 5 seed is the Longwood Lancers, 18-13 overall, 6-10 in conference play. Your 6th seed is the Presbyterian Blue Hose, 14-17 overall, and 6-10 in conference play. We're the Blue Hosts. The 7th seed is the Charleston Southern Buccaneers, 10-19 overall, 6-10 in conference play. Your 8th seed is the USC Upstate Spartans, 10-19 overall, 5-11 in conference play. And your 9th seed, Radford, 15-16 overall, 5-11 in conference play. So the tournament will get underway Wednesday, March 6th, and it'll be held at the Cuban Center in High Point, North Carolina. So that's where High Point plays. So 8 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday night. 9 seed Radford against 8 seed USC Upstate. I actually have Radford as the 9 seed advancing here. I project them by 4, and the total is 144 in the 10th. They are just a better team than USC Upstate, and they are deeper than USC Upstate, and they're led by Daquan Smith. All right, so the quarterfinals will be Friday, March 8th. So in my bracket, I have 9 seed Radford at 1 seed High Point. So no total projection here, obviously, because it's in theory projection. So High Point 9.1 is my line. So I have High Point advancing on their home court. The second of 2 quarterfinal matches, 5 seed Longwood and 4 seed Winthrop. These two are interesting teams. Winthrop is very deep, and Longwood was a team that started hot in non-con play and then kind of fell apart in the latter half of the season. And so I do think Winthrop is the better team. I have them projected 2.8, total 146 and 2/5. So I have Winthrop advancing. All right. 3rd of 4 quarterfinal games, 7 seed Charleston Southern, 2 seed UNC Asheville. Asheville is a super underrated team. They have a great scorer in Drew Pember, over 20 a game. I project Asheville 10.5, total 145 and 4/5. So I have Asheville advancing in the last of 4 quarterfinal games on Friday, March 8th. 6 seed Presbyterian, 3 seed Gardner Webb. But Presbyterian, a little better than I thought they were going to be. Nothing really stands out so special about them. G. Webb, I just think, is a little bit deeper than Presbyterian. I have Gardner Webb 9.8, total 147 and 1/5. So I have Gardner Webb advancing. All right, so the semifinals. 4 seed Winthrop, 1 seed High Point. High Point has been really good all year. Again, this is on their home gym. Their best player, Duke Miles, probably going to be in play for the Big South Player of the Year, although it will probably be the guy on Asheville. But I have High Point at home 6.8. So therefore, I have High Point advancing to the finals. And the second game on March 9th, the Saturday, would be 3-seed Gardner Webb, 2-seed UNC Asheville. This would be an interesting game, but the difference here is Asheville's got the best guy in the court in Pember. So I have Asheville 3.2 over Gardner Webb, so I have Asheville advancing. And then the championship would be Sunday, March 10th at noon on ESPN2. 2-seed UNC Asheville and 1-seed High Point. And High Point's home gym, I have High Point projected 3.2. Yes, Asheville is the best player on the court in Pember, who is probably going to win the Player of the Year in the Big South. But High Point is home, and I think they're the deeper team, led by Duke Miles and Kaza Giffords. So I project High Point 3.2 at home. So therefore, I have the High Point Panthers getting the auto bid out of the Big South into the NCAA tournament. Most outstanding player of the tournament, I think, is going to be Miles. I have High Point winning, so it makes sense for Miles to win that award. So value to win this tournament. I'm going to pull it up. So High Point's the minus 125 favorite. Asheville's plus 320. Gardner Webb's plus 750. Winthrop is 8-1. Longwood 13-1. Radford's 40-1. So is Presbyterian, Charleston Southern, and FC Upstage 150. Putting High Point in with Eastern Kentucky and Colgate would be a wise move for this tournament. But if there's a team with some value, I do think that Winthrop is the team with some value. They have 4 guys averaging double-digit scoring, and they're 8-1. So if there's a value play for this tournament, we say Winthrop at 8-1, but High Point is a minus 125 favorite, and they deserve the minus by them, I think. But I don't know if I'd go as high as minus 125. I would have said maybe minus 110. And you could argue there's even value on Asheville at plus 320 to win this as well. Other tournament opportunities. So if High Point doesn't win the Big South, do they go to the NIT? I don't think it's out of the question that they're in the NIT if they don't win this tournament. I think that UNC Asheville is going to be in the CBI. Maybe Longwood, because of its good non-con, could be in the CBI as like a dark horse team. Maybe Winthrop if they go a little further than expected but lose in the Big South title game. Same could be even said for Gardner Webb. All right, so some coaching stuff. I really do think if High Point gets to the tournament and they maybe pick off somebody, Alan Huss, I think, could get a better job. It could be one and done at High Point for the right reasons. Mike Morrell has been at Asheville for 6 years. I think he has a chance to get a better gig. And the same goes for Mark Prosser at Winthrop. Hot seat coaches. I think Radford's been disappointing, and if they lose to USC Upstate on Wednesday night, I mean, could Darius Nichols, could that be like a sneaky one? I don't think that Son Nimley is going to be promoted. Quentin Farrell at Presbyterian. I mean, Presbyterian was a little surprising to me this year, but I think he actually is going to survive. And then you have Dave Dickerson at USC Upstate. I feel like that is the coach on the hottest seat. But maybe the good non-con keeps Griff Aldrich at Longwood, or it could get him another job somewhere else. So, those are some coaching stuff. I think Radford's been disappointing this year. Winthrop too. Gardner-Webb, I guess, kind of where I thought they'd be. High Point has exceeded expectations. Presbyterian, I think, has too, even though they're the 6th seed in this tournament. But yeah, to me, the big disappointment league this year is Radford. I think that's a bounce back team. Winthrop, same with them. I don't know if Gardner-Webb will be better. And I think High Point will be just as good next year if their guys come back. So, we'll see with the Big South long term when that time comes. All right, so there you have it for the Big South. Next up will be the Northeast Conference.